everyone, Paul ISM. Welcome to part 2 of our Tamiya 120th Mclaren MP4 5B video build. Today we're basically going to be catching up on what should have been finished in part 1. We had a little bit too much work to cover last time and it would have made a video over an hour long, so this is what was left over kind of to do. So it's a shorter video today, but basically brings up to speed of where I would normally be in part 1. So let's crack on and let's get into the build. Hey everyone, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell notifications, get notified of our latest videos, give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and leave a comment. I do read and appreciate every comment you guys and girls leave behind. I may not reply to them all, but they are all appreciated. And there's a link in the description of the video that takes you to a big long list of all handy videos and a lot of the products I use in my videos. You now have the chance to support the video content creation by using Patreon or the PayPal me link in the description down below. All the videos always remain free to watch. This is just your chance to help support the videos. Right then, so we're where we left off on the Mclaren last time. Unmasked it all, paint was great, absolutely perfect, no problems whatsoever. Now, as with most paints, when you mask it, you end up with little steps. We've got some 1200 micromesh wet. I'm just going to lightly sand across the demarcation and that will remove the step for us. Now, unlike the TS paints we used on the Evolution, the Mitsubishi Evolution, the gravity paints are a lot thinner, so the step is a lot less pronounced. So just take your time, work your way around nice and slowly, and don't rush and don't make a mess of your hard work. So just take your time, no real pressure, nice and light. Keep the paper nice and wet and just keep checking from time to time with your finger. Don't use your fingernail because you could chip the paint. Just use your finger to feel for that demarcation. It only takes a few light goes over with this and it'll do the job absolutely perfect. Like I say, the gravity paints are a lot thinner than TS, so the step is a lot less pronounced. But I'm very happy how this masking's turned out. It is almost perfect. Very happy. I was quite nervous at this stage. And we're going to move on to the next stage, which I was even more nervous about. But like I say, just take your time, work over it. Once you've hit a part and you're quite happy it's done, get a nice clean piece of soft kitchen paper and just wipe off any excess paint and any water and have a good look and repeat if needed. Now the decal set, these are Taboo decals for the car. We've got a full aftermarket set of decals. Sadly, no call out whatsoever. The decals are numbered, but there is no call out whatsoever. So I've had to use picture references to figure out where all the decals go. Thankfully, there's not a lot of them, and thankfully they go down really well. We have no problems at all, other than one we come to in a little bit, which we can solve pretty easily. So I'm going to speed the footage up, add a little bit of music while we put all the decals down. So this is about the only problems we have with these decals. The shell is too big for the side of this. Way too big, at least 5 centimeters too large. So we'll hold off on this decal. Alan Parker has very kindly offered to print some decals, so we'll return to this in a bit. Right, it's the next day, and Alan Parker's very kindly printed me off some shell decals. Perfect size. This is the size they should be. So as you can see, the other ones are running a little bit too big, but obviously too big for what we needed. We've already got one down. Apply them in the exact same way. If you want to learn about printing decals, if you look on YouTube, there's a few guides, and these have worked perfect and been an absolute lifesaver. So thank you, Alan, for printing these off for me, mate, and for delivering them at 6 o'clock in the morning for me. Much appreciated. Means we can crack on with the build and get moving. So once set in place, all the decals have been set with Ultimate Modern Products decal solutions, and that's it. We're on to the last few parts on the PE parts. Nice and simple. Again, I've been using a heat gun on these. First time I've used a heat gun on decals, and I am finding it speeds up the process quite a bit. I'm using a really hot craft one, but I bought a more suitable lower power one since then. And there we go. There's all the parts decaled. Looking good, looking really nice, really smart. Just taking some pictures for Facebook there. So very happy how that's turned out. That's looking really, really good. So they've been left for a couple of days now, playing safe with this one, and we're going to 2K it now. So we're wetting the booth as usual with our water. That way any dust that lands will stay there, won't flick back up, and shouldn't land in our model. That is the plan anyway. Doesn't always work out like that, but hopefully we'll be pretty safe with this one. So I'm double gloved. I've got my left arm covered so no spray gets on it. I've got my full face respirator on. We've got the spray booth on. I'm in my cave on my own. The windows cracked as ventilation. And we're going to mix up the Gravity 2K clear. So we're going with 6mm of clear on this. In fact, we're not. We're going with 9mm of clear, if I remember right. And we're going to do 3mm of hardener and 3mm of thinner. So there's 2mm of hardener going in there. And then another 1 milliliters. There we go. Empty the pipette. Make sure the pipette's completely empty because it will hold a surprising amount of hardener in there. You want to get it all in. Once you've done that, put the top back on, put it out of the way, give it a good stir up to get the chemical reaction started. And once you're happy, throw the pipette away. We're never going to use that pipette ever again. There we go. We'll get a fresh one. We grab our thinner and we're going to put in 3 milliliters of thinner. So it's a 3 to 1 to 1 mix. So 9mm of clear, 3mm of hardener, 3mm of thinner. So 2mm and then 1mm. And again, put the lid back on the thinner. Give it a good stir. It will go cloudy. Give it a good stir and it will go clear again. And that's it, ready to use. So again, we throw the pipette away. And we're going to strain it through a 190 micron paint strainer. And as usual, put the cup in the corner and put the filter in it on top. And any excess will drip through. And we've got a little bit extra should we need it at the end. Tamiya anti-static brush coming into its own effect here. And we're going to start off with our tack coat. So same as always, 0.35 apex, 18 psi. We're going to put tack coat down, leave it 10 minutes, come back, do a semi-wet coat, leave it 10 minutes, come back, and we'll do our full wet coat. So it's going to go round, make sure it's all evenly covered, and we'll do that for each and every coat, building up to the wet coat at the end. to coat number 2. This is going to be our semi-wet coat, so we're not going to go for a full glass-like finish, we're just trying to get down a fairly good semi-gloss finish. Again, we're working our way around all the body, all the other parts, until we get a nice near gloss perfect finish. So coat number 3 now, and this is one we need to get our perfect gloss on. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to try and get the gloss on the first coat. We're going to put a thinnish coat down, working our way around the whole body, let it settle for a few moments or so, come back, have a look. If we've got any orange peel, we'll hit it again with another thin coat and just build it up slowly. I find doing it this way, you get a better clear coat. It doesn't look too thick and you've got a lot less work sanding it back later. So yeah, just take your time. Make sure you got all those little recesses, little areas. I know some of them are getting painted later on, but we need a nice equal finish everywhere. So that's it. We're just going to work our way slowly around, building it up until we've built up our clear coat. Okay, and there we go. So left to dry for a couple of hours. We can have a look at the finish we've got. As you see, my spray proof has been stripped. You can see what's under my paper. It's a complete mess. That is many, many years of modelling. Hundreds and hundreds of models. But how's it looking? It's looking really good. We do have a bit of a run on the back. You'll see it in the picture in a minute. It's a real shame, but we can sand it out, so it's not the end of the world. So the main parts come out really well. Really happy with this. The side parts of the rear spoiler are a little bit iffy. So I'll probably let those dry, sand them back and re-clear them again, because they've just not come out right. There's a bit of a weird reaction. I'm not quite sure what with, but it is what it is. But happy how this is looking. Decals look fantastic. The colour demarcation is superb. Good gloss coat. We've got a nice gloss coat to work with. Like I say, sadly we do have a run on the back. You can see it in this picture here. At the back on the left hand side on the orange at the bottom, you can see it. But we could sand that out and get rid of it. Everything else has come out really well. We've got a few dust spots to sand out. But those rear spoiler side plates, bit of a weird reaction on the 2K. So we'll flat those and rework them. Okay, that's where we're at today then. So happy with that. That's turned out well. It's a bit of a shame we've got to re-clear those rear spoiler plates, but it just needs a light sand and a quick clear over again. I've still got a couple of parts to clear coat that were left off. Somebody did tell me about this. They've been painted, just need clear coating, and we need to flat that run. It's a real shame about that run. The body, the main body is superb, really good. Got a couple of dust spots, but overall the main body is really good. So such a shame about that. And such an unusual place to get a run. Really weird. You normally get a run at the bottom where it runs all the way down. So I don't know how it's quite collected there at all. I really don't know. But it is. So we'll leave that till tomorrow. That's then cured for 48 hours. And then we'll sand that while it's still soft. Then we'll leave it another 5 days and give it a full sand. And we may need to blow over it again with 2K. We'll have to see how it turns out. But that's a main step out the way and one of the most nerve-wracking parts of this build I've been kind of worried about doing. So now we can crack on to the monocoque, all the interior, the running gear and the engine. Hopefully get this done and dusted fairly quick. So there we are. Let me know what you think of the video. Always in the comments down below. I do appreciate all your comments, as always. Might not reply to all, but I read everyone and heart them all up. So thank you everyone that takes the time leaving a comment. So we are live tonight at 7 PM, Christmas Eve, for about an hour or so. I will also be live tomorrow morning, about 11, half 11 for an hour or so. And we're back on Sunday as well for our usual live stream. As always, if you'd like to support the channel, there's a Patreon me link, a PayPal me link, and a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description of the video. And again, check out International Scale Modeler Facebook page and forum, umpretail.com, Live at the Bench page, Off Air Hangout group, and the group build page, as well as my personal modelling page. And please subscribe to my other channel, link down below with everything else, where I host daily live streams. There we are. It's Christmas Eve today. If I don't talk to you between now and Christmas, have a great Christmas. Hope you all have a good time. And don't do anything I wouldn't do, which, to be honest, isn't really a lot, to be honest. I do quite a lot of things and have done. But anyway, that's a different story. So enjoy your Christmas and I will catch you all later. Take care. Bye-bye.